Good morning. This is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43, and today we're going to be doing a weighted workout. So you're going to need a mat, 2 weights, and water for this workout. So let's get ready. We're going to start with a little warm-up. So let's start with a reverse lunge. So we're just going to gently take the leg back, and we're just going to toe tap. So the weight's going to stay mostly in the front leg, so don't be taking yourself back with the leg. So weights in front, just a gentle toe tap back, and we're just going to swing the arms forward, maybe like in a little bicep curl. Here we go. Just feeling those legs, warming up the hip joint as we go. Good job. Just keep stepping back. Okay, from here we're going to stand up and we're just going to do some gentle rotations. So hips are about feet are about hip width apart, and we're just swinging the arms from side to side, feeling it through the waistline and through the lower back, through the shoulders, and through the upper back. Feel that rib cage kind of moving around from side to side. Okay, from here we're going to take one arm, we're just going to rotate it back, and then the other arm. So this is a big movement, but we're going to do it nice and slowly and nice and gently. And as you warm up, you can make it a little bit bigger. Now I'm using my whole body here, all the way down to the bottom of my feet, to help that arm go back. Now let's bring it forward, like we're swimming. First one was like a backstroke. Now we're doing freestyle, going forward. Good job. Okay, now we're going to go back to the legs, and we're going to go ahead and take it into a shallow squat. And then as you start to warm up, you can take that squat just a little bit deeper. Depending on how you feel. Warming up those knees, warming up that hip joint, trying to keep the body up. Looking out in front of you, not looking down in between your legs. Okay, coming up, shoulder width apart, those legs, and we're just going to take a little side bend here. Good job. Just reaching down. Now I'm not sticking my hip out while I'm doing this. I'm just going side to side, just reaching from my hips, trying to keep those hips still as I reach with my arms, just sliding down the leg on each side. Good. Now I'm going to come up to my upper body again. I'm going to have my arms out, and I'm going to squeeze and open. So I'm working chest and back here. I'm rounding my back, and then I'm opening up my chest. Go. Nice little rounded back, then nice wide chest. Trying to keep those elbows up high, and I know some of you might not be able to bring those elbows all the way in front, but that's okay. Just do the best you can. Always think about having soft knees. Don't push those knees back. Nice soft knees. Okay, let's do one more round of exercises here to warm up the body. So we're just gonna take it to the side. We're just gonna do a little side lunge. We're gonna warm up that inner thigh. And we're gonna work that hip joint from a different direction here. We're gonna go side to side. Good job. And you can even turn that toe up if you want to. Get a little bit deeper in that inner thigh. Okay, that's another workout. I wonder what that paper was. Good job. Just distribute that weight evenly from side to side. Good job. Let's do one more on the other side. All right, okay, so let's just kick our hiney here for just a second. Warm up those knees just a little bit more. Those hamstrings. Good, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make big circles with our hips. Big circles. That's it, big circles. Round and round we go. Now let's go the other way. Big circles. Good job. Like you're the stir in the pot. Let's go the other way again. Big circle. And then one more time the other way, big circle. And then we're just gonna go swing the arms from side to side. Let them go. Now again, I'm using my whole body, not just my arms. Just allowing it to go through my waistline, through my legs, to allow my arms to swing freely from side to side. Good job. Almost done here. All right, all done. Okay, now shake it out. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready with our workout. We're gonna do supersets. So that means we're gonna do 2 exercises back to back for 8 minutes. So we'll do each exercise 4 times. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our weights. Take a drink of water real quick if you need it. And let's get ourselves ready. So with our first exercise, we're always gonna use 1 weight. And our second exercise, we're always going to use 2 weights. So get the weights that you want. Maybe you want 2 sets of weights in case one exercise you need heavier weights and the other exercise you need lighter weights. So you might have a second set handy just in case. So the first exercise, we're going to use 1 weight. It's going to be a nice little rotation. So we're going to go up and then down here. So I'm going to use 1 arm the whole time. And down. So I'm going to start here on my left side. And I'm trying to rotate all the way down so I can get this little squat over here. And then I'm rotating my body so I get a nice rotation through waistline and get it up here in my upper back as I rotate around and around. So we're working for 50 seconds and we're only going to do a 10-second transition in between. Alrighty, so now I'm going to pick up my second weight and we're going to do a reverse lunge with a curl. So our reverse lunge is going to be a front weighted reverse lunge. So don't lean back into it like this, okay? So weight stays forward in that reverse lunge. And then I'm just doing a nice curl with it. So you see I'm putting my weights down here to the side and then curling them up. So it's kind of a rotation as they curl up. And my weight stays forward the whole time. Okay, good job. And we curl. All right, so now I'm gonna put this weight down. I'm gonna switch hands, and we're gonna go ahead and do that rotation on the other side. So I go up, okay, and then I'm gonna curl down, up, and curl down. So maybe on one side, you can rotate better than on the other side. You know, it depends on your knees and how everything feels. So listen to what your body's saying to you. Really think about that form and how well you're rotating from side to side. All right, so here we go back to our alternating reverse lunges with our curls. So I want to start with those knees bent just a little bit. And here I go. So I set myself up so that I can do that reverse lunge right away. Because if I'm too upright to begin with, then I'm going to want to lean back with that reverse lunge. And I want to avoid that. Good job. Alrighty, here we go. And we're going to rotate again. Okay, here we go. So we're up and then down up here. And just keep going, you know, do the best you can. If you have to switch weights halfway through or maybe take a break a little bit sooner, that's fine too. Not a big deal. Maybe you do 6 to 8 reps and then you decide, whew, had enough. You can do that. Maybe take a little bit longer break in between, and that's fine. Got off balance. Here we go. Alrighty. Okay. This is our last set of these. So I'm going to rotate up and take it down. Okay, here we go. Down and go. Gotta get that rotation in there a little bit more there, don't I? There we go. Working that waistline and shoulder and back, and of course, glutes and quads. One more exercise left. Okay, last time for those reverse lunges, and then we'll take a break. Okay, leaning forward just a little bit with that weight up front and doing those reverse lunges. Always think about stretching that leg out back. These don't have to be super fast, especially if you have heavy weights. Now these aren't super heavy weights, but I haven't used anything above a 5 in a while, so they feel like super heavy weights. I gotta get that endurance back up. Come on, almost there. Like I said, if you're using heavier weights, 50 seconds is a long time. So you might need to only count out 8 reps or 10 reps, and you might say, okay, I'm gonna use the rest for break time. Take a sip of water, and then we're gonna go to our next set of exercises. Okay, we're gonna do a squat with a halo with our one weight. And then with our 2 weights, we're gonna do a deadlift up into a clean, and then to a squat, and to an overhead press. So a bunch of things going on there. So we'll see how many reps we get in while we're doing it. All right, are you ready? Shake it out. And so one weight for our first exercise. So we're gonna hold the weight at the chest while we do our squat. So feet about shoulder width apart. So squat, halo round, okay? And then squat, halo back the other way. So it's just a small halo, just going right back to the chest, and then try to remember which way you did it so that you can go back around the other way. So I'm going right to left, and then left to right. And just a nice little squat, feet shoulder apart, trying to keep that chin and chest up while I do it. Go. Getting lots of reps in. Good job. All right, so now 2 weights. So we're gonna go down into a deadlift. So those weights are gonna come in front of you. So we go down, we're gonna clean up, go into a squat, and then do an overhead press. Bring it down, so straight down, bring it straight up, and then to an overhead press. Good. Nice and easy, straight down those legs. Okay, we're gonna bring it straight up, squat, and then into an overhead press. Good. Nice, easy down. Just push that tush out. Okay, when it comes here, we're gonna bring it up, fast, squat. Overhead press. Good job. Bring it back down. Push that tush out. Bring it up. Squat. Overhead press. Good job. All right. Good. All right, so here we go again. One weight. Up the chest. And down we go. Squat. Right to left. Left to right. Oh, forgot the spot in between. Right to left, squat, left, right. I was thinking about my halo form and forgot to stick that squat in there that time. There we go. And back around. Trying to get those knees all warmed up and lubricated. There we go, good. So, do your knees hurt, causing you trouble? Mine do. Well, one of them more than the other, but I know that when I move more, my knees feel better. Maybe not when I jump up and down. Okay, down. Okay, here's your method. Up, squat, overhead press. Okay? So it's quick movement. Not when you go down, but when you come up, it's a quick movement. Okay? Down we go. Okay, bring it up. And then overhead press. Good. And then take it down. Nice and slow. Coming up. Get into that squat quick. Drop down. Do a nice little overhead press. Probably have time for one more. Down. Up. Overhead press. Good. Just one time. Okay. Now I gotta remember to squat and halo. Squat. Round. Squat. Around. Squat. Around. And everybody's different with their squats. The chin and chest up is the rule. Some people bend over a little bit more. And you just have to, it's better to have chin and chest up so that you're not doubling over your body as much. I'm not as upright as I should be. Some people, wow, they can do it upright so well. I'm always envious of those people. Okay, 2 weights. They amaze me. I'm always jealous of them. Okay, down, flat back, bent. Those knees are slightly bent. I'm gonna do it from the side. Okay, down we go. Flat back, up. And then rotate those weights up, rotate them back down, and then rotate to go down to your deadlift. Turn the weights. Turn the weights. I turn them when I come back down. Turn them when I do my deadlift. Come up. That squat's quick. You do that clean. Come up, okay? I didn't make it. Control. Just thinking about control. Go. Big around the head. Okay? Oops. Missed that squat again. Because you're working your shoulders and your back and your waistline all in one movement here. So don't have it so tight that you're not using everything, okay? Use it. Man, if you want to swing it down here because you don't feel like you're doing enough movement, having it tight, then then do. But I want you to make sure you clear your head. And if you're wearing glasses like me, your glasses, because it hurts when you hit them. So don't have your elbows tucked in so that you're hurting yourself, okay? Think about the movement as you're doing it. control of the outcome, which is not hurting yourself and building those muscles. Compound movements are a good way to get a lot of bang for your buck. You know, if you have time to spend a lot of time in the gym, then doing individual muscle groups is fantastic. Love it. But I don't have time for that. So I'd love to train. But I love doing the multi-compound movements too, because I get my cardio and I get a lot of work done at the same time. All right, that was round 2. Let's do round 3. Round 3 is on the ground, okay? These are always fun. So get your sip of water and let's move to our mat. Okay, so both movements are on the mat. So there's not a lot of getting up and down, because I know not everyone's fond of up and down. Again, one weight, 2 weights. So place your weight on one side of you so that you can get to it. Okay, so the first one's going to be, we're gonna do a frog bridge. So our feet are gonna be together, knees are gonna be out, and we're gonna do a tricep extension. And then we're gonna do a chest press with a double leg lift. So if it's too hard for you to do a double leg lift because we're gonna be using our hands and it's hard on that lower back, do one leg at a time. If it's too hard to do both straight legs, bring one knee in and then the other knee in, and I'll show you this as we're going along, different variations of it. Alrighty? So if you want to watch it first and then go scroll back a little bit and then do it, you can do that. But always think, hey, this is killing my back. Key is when we're doing movements where we're using our arms and lifting our legs, you really have to think about pulling in your tummy muscles from your hip bones all the way into your rib cage so that you can make a flat surface pushing down on that lower back, okay? Usually I say pull belly button into spine, but I mean all the way from your hip bones down, so it's lower than your belly button. So all the way into those lower abs, push it down, and you get a bigger bang for your buck. Alrighty, so here we go. So one weight, feet together in a frog, okay? So you're gonna be pushing in from the outsides of your feet, and we're going to start with the weight behind your head. Elbows closer together so that we can do a tricep extension, okay? So we're gonna go up and down. So make sure that those shoulders are good and steady, and you have them where you want to. You might need to push them, rearrange them so that you have a good steady base. And you're squeezing your tushes, you're coming up, knees are out. Now, remember, you're not swinging this, okay? You're just lifting and then dropping back down. Now, I'm holding my weight by one end. If you want to hold your weight by both ends, you can. Either way, it works. Just don't hit yourself on the head is the key. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take both weights. We're going to do a chest press. Now, I'm going to lift both legs as I lift my arms up in a chest press. You can do one leg at a time. You can bring one knee in. Oh, sorry, I didn't bend the knee. Bring one knee in, okay? You can bring both knees in, okay? Whatever is gonna work for you to get that lower body working at the same time. Alrighty? You can touch the ground or not, depending on what your lower back needs. But think, I'm pushing down from my hip bones up through my belly button to make a nice solid base for my lower back to help protect that lower back. All right, one weight down, okay? Outsides of the feet, Knees out, elbows tucked in, and my nice little frog bridge. And I do not have my chin tucked in because I'm not trying to look in between my arms at what my tush and knees are doing, because I can feel them, okay? So look up and watch the ceiling, watch those elbows and make sure that they're not swaying. See what's going on up above and not down around your hips and knees, okay? Because you want to be able to breathe. So much better. Give that tush a good squeeze when it comes up. And those triceps, same thing. Okay, grab your other weight. Think about what you're going to do with that lower body, okay? Are you going to go with 2 legs? Are you going to go with 1 leg at a time? Are you going to draw 1 knee in? Are you going to draw both knees in? Are you going to go all the way down and tap? Are you going to let your legs hover? Everything has a different degree of difficulty. You know, not letting your heels tap makes it a little bit harder, because then you don't break that cycle of tension. Same thing with your arms. If you don't allow your elbows to come all the way down and rest, then you keep that tension on your chest. Okay, 1 weight down. Okay, feet back together, knees out. Elbows close together, and we lift. Good squeeze. Now think about those triceps. You gotta squeeze the arm when it comes up. And if you find that 1 weight isn't heavy enough, you can grab that 2nd weight. Maybe you're thinking, gee, I can do this all day long with my arms. It's not hard at all. Maybe you just want to do 1 arm, you know? Maybe you'll just do 1 arm tricep extension and see if that's a better challenge for you. But you gotta keep an eye on that tush. You gotta think, not eye on it, you gotta think about that tush too. Don't be so concentrated on that arm that you forget what you're doing with your tush. Well, now I'm gonna have to do that other arm that way. But you don't have to do 1 arm. I just want you to give you options. Okay, here we go. Last time with the tush. Oh, well, no, it's not. Here we go. Tush is going up and down. Maybe it is. Did I start with 2? We'll find out. That's it. Breathe. Pay attention to everything that's going on. Oh, am I doing that wrong? Oh, I am doing that wrong. Oh, see, I was doing that wrong. I'm just not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, am I? I'm so sorry. I was just paying attention to nothing. Okay, now I'm doing this. I know, you're thinking, what the heck were you doing, Joy? Okay, so now I'm doing this. I was so involved in what I was doing before. No wonder nothing made sense. Okay, so 2 arms, 1 arm, going up. My legs were just so relaxed in that bridge that I didn't want to do anything else. Here we go. Tricep and bridge up. Okay, now 2 arms and our legs up. Let's get that lower body up here. There we go. Now I'm paying attention. So how you doing? Maybe you try a few this way. This way's a little bit harder. And it doesn't have to be super fast. Remember, you can make it scissor legs. You can draw the knees in and back. This is a great one. I want you to think about that chest. All right. Sorry about that mess up. I was so busy thinking about it, I forgot that I had changed exercises. All right. Hopefully you weren't paying attention to me and you knew what you were doing. Okay, so we have one more set of exercises to do. Let's get through those real quick. So we're going to do, one's on the ground and one's standing up. So we're gonna do the old-fashioned plank pull through, and then we're gonna stand up and do an alternating front lunge with a row. So our one weight, 2 weight. Alrighty, so let's get ourselves ready. And I'm gonna put the weight sideways onto our mat. So if you wanna be on your knees for this, you can be on your knees and do your pull through, or you can try to be out in your full plank. If being on your hands bothers you, you can be on your elbows, that's fine too. If you don't like being, you can be in tabletop position too if you want to. So you can be with a flat back instead of a slanted back. So if you need to be in tabletop, you can do that. You can come up and be in bear also, which is like in tabletop, but up on your toes. So lots of different options for this exercise, but it's all gonna help work the abs, okay? And it also, works the shoulders also. All right, so we're just gonna come across and pull the weight, set the hand down, pull across. So here's option one. You can come in and do bear. So you're like in tabletop, but you're in the bear position. You can come down on your knees and do just regular tabletop. Or you can do modified plank, where you're on your knees and your body is straighter. So you probably can't see that. Here, like that. Alrighty. So many different ways to do this one, whatever's the most comfortable for you. And you want to try to make it just a little bit of a challenge. Let's go ahead and stand up. And of course, this one's a little bit more challenging just because you have to stand up. So we're going to take a step forward and row, step back, step forward and row. Good. So the hardest part about this whole thing is getting up and down. But it's always good to get up and get down. So it's a good functional exercise in seeing how you do in 10 seconds to get on the floor and then do an exercise and get back up off the floor. Okay, so when you come out, I want you to just try to tuck those elbows in. All right, so here we go again. And I'm gonna come to the side so you can just watch me from the side. Not that you should be watching me. Okay, so I'm gonna pull across. So I always make sure I have my hand down and I have gotten myself into a nice plank before I lift my other hand up. know, shifting my weight back and forth. I used to not like pull-throughs, but when you do them enough, you get stronger and you start thinking, oh, they're not so bad because I can hold myself up in plank long enough to do them. And so then you don't dread them as much anymore. I still don't like the one where you go elbow to hand. You know, you go up, up, down, down on your elbow to hands. And it's not that I can't do it, it's just that my skin is getting thin and it's making my elbows raw. So I'm taking collagen and I'm hoping that that will toughen up my skin some. So we'll see. Okay, good job. Keep going. Getting that front lunge in there. Really trying to put some weight into that front leg before I do my lunge. Ready? Back here. Getting ready for my plank. And now remember, when you're doing your plank, you're pulling it across. So reach across your body. Don't grab where the weight is and try to take it to the other side. Because you start wrong and then you end up doing the whole exercise kind of wonky. And I wonder, why doesn't that feel right? So it's easier to grab and pull it across than to grab with that hand and bring it across like that. So don't do that. Okay. Trying to get up gracefully. Not always easy. Okay, front lunge and row. Step back. Front lunge, row, and step back. So some people, and I used to be one of them, front lunges were harder because it hurt my knees more to do a front lunge, putting that weight into the knee in a front lunge. So if that's you, be careful with how much weight you put into that front lunge. Think about it before you step and distribute your weight. I promise you that as you exercise, you'll start to feel better. Your knee strength will increase as you start to squat a little bit lower and a little bit lower. So just think about what you're doing. Take your time so that you're not overdoing it the first few times you exercise and then make yourself so sore. But you've also got to think about how you feel after you work out. Do you need ice? Do you need a topical ointment to put on your knees? You know, you can't just live in pain all the time. Different things work for different people. And you don't want to live on things like ibuprofen or Aleve or whatever it is that you, anti-inflammatory is of choice. Because that'll just eat your tummy away and cause different problems later. So think about that. You know, I do something as easy as Blue Emu, and I can tell when I haven't used it, I didn't put it on yesterday, so my knee's talking to me today. But boy, when I use it, works like a charm. So, and strength training, I can tell when I haven't exercised. That makes a big difference too. So you just have to keep up with it. So pay attention to it. All right. No, boy, I thought that was the third set, so I'm happy to hear that noise. All right, so we're gonna get a drink of water and we're going to do a quick cool down. All right, so let's just shake those arms out for a second. All right, so let's cool down. Let's go ahead and take one arm over. Go ahead and press that arm down. So make sure when you do this, you bring the arm over, don't grab onto the shoulder. And make sure this shoulder's not up. We're just gonna grab onto the bicep, kind of cradling the arm. Give that arm a nice stretch through. You're almost pulling onto it, but not really. You're just pressing it into the body. Just hold onto it for a second or two. Breathe. Okay, now we're gonna bring it up and over. So we're gonna reach up like you're trying to pat your back. Just grab onto that elbow, pull it up, sit up nice and tall, pull in the belly. Good. Send it up nice and tall. Feel that waistline get nice and small. Get it under that tricep. And then we're going to release it. Let's do the other side. Bring it across. Grab hold. Smush it in. Make sure that shoulder's dropped. And make sure we're not holding on to here, okay? We need that arm out. Good. And we're going to go ahead and release, and then we're going to reach up and over. Grab onto the elbow, pull it down. Nice job. And we're going to hold on for just a couple more seconds here. And then release. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and interlace those fingers. We're going to turn them out. And you're going to round the back, pull in the belly, drop the chin just a little bit, look down in between those arms. And we're going to breathe up through the top of the back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release the arms. Okay, bring them behind you. Interlace those fingers. And lift the chin in the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And exhale. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, release the arms. Okay, let's just swing them from side to side. Release the tension in the shoulders. Okay, let's just go around side to side. Work on that waistline just a little bit. Release that tension in the waistline. Okay, let's stick that left hand in the right back pocket. Hold on. And then we're going to change sides. And then we're going to come back to the center. Right leg over left, left arm over. So this does more than just the waistline. It goes all the way down the side of the leg. Reach to the other side of the room, not just bending over, but reaching. Okay, now we're going to switch arms. We're going to keep the legs the same. Just a gentle gaze towards the floor. And then we're gonna bring ourselves back up. Okay, so now we're gonna trade legs, okay? So trading legs. Same arm's gonna go over. Good. Gentle breath. And now we're gonna trade arms, okay? Legs stay the same. Gentle gaze towards the floor. Feel that stretch all the way through the body. And release. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to step back, trying to keep both feet forward, hip width apart, leaning forward, pressing through that back heel. So my weight's mostly up front. Good. Now I'm going to turn to the side. Get a nice side stretch. And then coming up. Okay, switching sides. Now, hip width apart again. Weights mostly up front. Nice balance. Now I'm going to turn to the side. Into a nice side lunge. Perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to just put my feet a little bit closer than shoulder width apart, but I'm going to slide my hands down. My knees are slightly bent. My tush is sticking out. I'm going to slide my hands down just below my knees and I'm going to stick that tush out. So I'm not dropping my head, okay? My head's in alignment with my spine and I'm not rounding my back, okay? Nice flat back. I want to feel that stretch through my hamstrings and my tush. My back is flat enough that you can put a tray on it, okay? So now nice flat back. My neck is relaxed, but it's up, okay? It's not down here relaxed. Okay, we're gonna inhale, exhale, and we're gonna roll up, and I'm gonna come all the way up over my head. Make a big circle with my arms. Excellent. Let's take a big breath in. And then exhale back down. Drop those knees just a little bit. Again. Exhale back down. One more time. And exhale back down. And we're going to shake it out. All right. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much for being with me. This is Joy from Enjoy Fitness 43. I'll see you next time.